guarantors for student loan. Your government cares about your education, and we don't want you to ever have to worry about going to university. The Students Loan Bureau has a loan for you, so you can focus on your future. The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
6 o'clock.
Rise and shine, sunrisers. Look who's here on a Friday.
It's Betty.
Would you look at that? It's that time already. TGIF, good morning, folks. Good morning. It's Friday. Jennifer.
Look here. Dennis.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and I ain't gonna lie. I love my peoples, but I'm really glad you got the permission slip coming and miss you. I ain't gonna even lie.
Oh, Lord.
Khadine, thank you so much for releasing him from your trunk.
Of course.
I don't miss my friend.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. That's good, baby. That's good.
It's so good to see you,
When the black woman, when the black woman says, baby, like she genuinely care about you.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's great to be here. Friday. We're bringing in the weekend for you, and we're glad that you choose us to do it. Your Friday quote of the day is, it's Friday, the golden child of the weekdays, the superhero of the work week, and the welcome wagon to the weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. If I was a day of the week, I'd love to be Friday.
You know,
what a nice
love to be Friday.
I would want to be Friday.
The bias is that everybody have to be, everybody, everybody knows I'm a Monday person.
I was going to say, if you had to choose a day of the week, we all know Dennis is a Monday.
I love Mondays, but I do like Fridays.
Yeah.
It's, but like Friday, I'm winding down.
Yeah.
Where some people are winding up on a Friday. I tend to be chilling, but to the rescue. Here we are.
I would like to advocate firmly for us to introduce a 4-day work week.
I knew you were going to say that.
I would absolutely love it, and I think it would be no less productive.
Yes.
And I would love if Friday could actually be the day that we just really start the weekend.
Yeah.
Meaning we don't get up and fight the traffic.
Interesting.
We should do it. I think we should.
You know what you should do? You should write a doctoral thesis on it to advocate and to make the case for the efficacy of it in the context of a modern Jamaican society. You notice I went into an academic tone. It's time for us to make way with no cliche. It's TK with the headlines. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm watching Yendi's face. Yendi's like, what's he going to call her? What's he going to call her? I can see it in your
Anticipation.
It's the anticipation. Great morning. This one is interesting. Submachine gun found on 7-year-old at St. Elizabeth School. With the second official week of the new school year wrapping up, police have reported that a submachine gun was discovered in the possession of a 7-year-old student at a local school in St. Elizabeth on Thursday. The weapon was confiscated from the child at the school. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, has confirmed the incident on social media, with Superintendent Coleridge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, noting that additional details will be provided as the situation develops.
Well,
that's crazy to me.
When I heard the story, yesterday, and I heard, a submachine gun was found, and then I'm like, okay, what's the details? I was like, 7. I'm like, is that 7? 7 as in grade 2? Yes. But you know what I thought? I remember we had a conversation about show and tell.
Yes.
About show and tell shootings. Which could have been a show and tell shooting if things had gone differently. So first of all, we're grateful for how it played out.
Yeah.
But we have a violent and toxic underbelly of our culture that we have to address, and guns are going to... Some children grow up with weapons in their ecosystem, and it's going to bleed over into their world. And I always say, as adults, we often invite picnic in an adult business when them not in and sometimes it's inviting them into adult mix-up or adult malice and vexation, and sometimes it's weapons. And so the investigations have to be now underway. How did this submachine gun, this killing weapon, because that's what it is, use a submachine gun for dig yam.
Absolutely.
It's not a tool of anything else.
Right.
Right.
So you find it's a killing machine.
Right.
You say it's I guess based on what you do, you say it's in terms of, some children, guns are a part of their ecosystem. I'm like, where is a 7-year-old getting a submachine gun from? But I guess you're right.
And that is why Mr. Minto says... We'll update you as the investigation because it naturally has to go there. Because it's one of those cases where it's not about the 7-year-old.
Which is why there's also a lot to decipher from what Dennis is saying in that you don't use that to dig yam.
Exactly.
So the fact that the person had this weapon suggests that there is a reason this weapon would be in possession, and what is the reason why one would have that type of weapon in their possession.
In some communities, remember, in some communities, they pick their gun bag,
Yes.
Schoolboy Football, September 7 to December 14 on CVM TV.
I love that commercial.
We recognize the face in that commercial.
Yeah, Keisha
Good morning to our executive producer.
Queen Shiloh's mommy.
Hey kids, it's chubby time.
You go to school and learn and play with my friends too. Every day is fun day, 'cause I love my chubby chubby. Chubby, 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 chubby. Lots of flavors for me to choose. Every day they keep me cool. Chubby, 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 chubby.
Hey, do you know how forward thinking it was to integrate that cartoon Chubby into the ad with the kids?
Listen.
Look here. Whoever produced that commercial way back in the 90s was way ahead of their time.
No, but true.
There you are, your favorite star. Great tomato ketchup, pour on great tomato hot dog ketchup. Great tomato hamburger ketchup, that's a lot of ketchup in one. We're done.
Yeah.
Great tomato ketchup.
Great tomato hot dog ketchup. Yeah, we used to.
So you didn't know before, but now you know it was Dennis's voice in the commercial.
No.
Long in dazzling outfits and accessories that will put that Christmas sparkle in your eye. Season's greetings from Emmanuel Boutique. Real clothes for real women. Shop 1 Southdale Plaza. Telephone 754-9158.
No, sir. Keisha was a star.
Listen.
Keisha was a prodigy.
A whole model?
Eh?
A whole
She's
model.
a magger. She's a road magger.
Not a magger. Nice.
You remember that interview? Who was it? Which artist? They said, what do you think about being a role model? Me, when my guy wrote me off from Margaret. Who was that?
So, I mean, growing up, I struggled with a lot of things. Yeah. Low self-esteem was one of the main things. I'm 45 now, and it was when I was 38 I overcame low self-esteem. You know, throughout my years, though, at different points, I had mentors, you know, formal, informal, official, unofficial.
Yes.
And as the decades rolled on, I realized the value of mentoring. I realized how important it is for a man who is further ahead on the journey to help other young men to have a different perspective of self, of life, purpose, and so on. And so I carry a sense of personal responsibility, particularly for the next generation. And so, I mean, we have always wanted to do this. In fact, my wife and I started this back in many years ago. She mentored girls, I mentored the boys, but it wasn't sustainable because of a myriad of things. But last year we decided, you know, we felt a burning and a yearning that we couldn't shake. And we decided to launch this mentoring program in October.
You know, you mentioned just now, if you could, you'd probably reach out to all of the children, right? Because there's this burning to just help and make a difference. But this type of initiative typically needs zeroing in and really targeting a specific group. And you guys have targeted the grades 4 to 6 group specifically. Tell us why.
Because we have fun. So as a recording artist, I've been on many school tours, interacted with tens of thousands of teenagers in high school. And I've realized from my own experience personally and just interacting with young people, I realize if you don't start that impact and that influence in the more formative years, by the time adolescence kick in, it's much harder. Not impossible, you know, but it's easier to point in a particular direction. The younger you start, the better. It's like, I mean, if you have a little twig growing in the garden, you just use 2 fingers and pluck it out. When it becomes a tree, a 40-foot tree, it's a different ball game.
A friend of mine thinks he can tell when a woman is pregnant, so he'll often ask a random woman. What? He'll often ask a random woman, how far along are you? Outside of conking him, what should I do to stop him?
You don't do that. In no world do you ever ask a woman how far along she is. You don't ever assume a woman is pregnant. Don't ask a woman if she's pregnant.
Ever assume.
The worst thing you can do is assume a woman is pregnant. All when the belly out here, so.
All when the belly out here, so, and the nose, and the swelling, and the foot.
Hey,
hold on, no. Like, honestly, that's my thing, you know. Like, and I've heard, you don't realize I'm pregnant.
Okay.
Oh, congratulations. Me? Nah, say it. Never.
There are many reasons why a woman can appear bloated.
Yes.
You do not want to be that person.
I will never say it.
Ask a woman how far along she is, and she's not even pregnant.
No. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that. And then random people.
I know. I mean, please.
Well, here's what I will say is, for the men who know better, check your brethren them.
Yeah.
Check your brethren them.
That's sometimes a big no-no.
I can't say on air what I would do, but men can exert aggressive, positive peer pressure.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Don't do that.
That's
out of order.
Very out of order.
Out of order.
Don't ever do that.
No, sir.
Side eye.
Go ask.
That's a problem.
Number 2, dear Yenis, vacation planned. Okay, this one is for you. Vacation planned, flight booked, but guess what?
What?
Them Wallan Pandin leave approval. Oh no!
Oh, but you have to have work friend.
Yeah, you see,
have to have work friend.
No, I go to work. I don't make friends.
No, this is where you have to balance out the thing.
Yeah, you have to balance out life.
Yeah, because that line, even right here where we are, you have days, where one of us supposed to work, but something comes up. And sometimes before even the producer will call, the other will call and say,
because
I'm so sorry, they're going to call you and ask you for so-and-so. I'm not able because so-and-so happening. Because you have a rapport. We can't, no man is an island.
No, you can't do it.
Ray and Neve, feel we culture. Yo!
New beginning, we're winning
So share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one bar. You don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep we country, rear rum it have to come with me.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum a celebration time. Rear rum.
I feel we culture.
Rear rum.
Make we show ya. Jamaican culture.
And if you overproof from we just have to do it to we culture.
Well, I've been playing music from high school.
Yeah? Which high school
that's Meadowbrook High School.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. So that's like what, 21 years now?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, guess my age now.
No, yeah, man. John, no, man. The thing like I said, 21 of
No, man. So 21 years now. Started as just a hobby.
Yeah.
And then, you know, going along the way. Big up to 8 Miles Music. They've been big and instrumental throughout my musical journey.
Right.
You know, I started to make it into more of a professional thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Are you a reporter who DJs or a DJ who reports?
Listen, don't get me on a problem. I DJ and I report.
But let me just ask you, without problems, if you had to choose only one for the entire rest of your life, which one would you choose?
Well, you know, keeping it real. I've been doing music longer, so if it was at this point, music, you know.
Okay. All right.
Question for you: when you are going to, you know, play a set, how do you know what music to choose? How do you know, how to read the audience and really have them feel in the vibe of what you're doing?
Well, one of the key things, you know, you have to first know what you like.
Yeah.
You understand? And also be a musician. After that, everything will follow because then what you play will attract the audience you want, your target audience. Right? Yeah, so I'm a freestyle DJ, so I play anything. However, old school music are my favorite. Yeah, man, the 90s, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love that era, that genre, the genres that come from there. And it influenced a lot of what we're hearing now anyway.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that I'm gonna ask a question this way deliberately. One of the things I hate about DJs is when
I'm here this now.
is when like them a play for themselves. And them a enjoy themselves. And like everybody's like you know, like how do you balance playing what you enjoy or like you had this great idea and then now like reading what the people want and giving the people what they want? How do you strike that balance?
Very important question, and to all DJs out there listening, young and even veteran, because sometimes the veteran DJs get it wrong, right?
Yes.
What you have to do is just observe your audience. Look and listen and know your purpose.
So as you said, our Heineken Credentials campaign is really about beer education. That's really what it comes down to. People know about beer and they love beer, but do they understand what happens behind beer? What makes also to premium lagers like Heineken, premium, right? So really our Credentials campaign is about educating the consumer, showcasing what is so unique and high-end about that crisp lager that you have when you drink a Heineken.
I tell you, Heineken is just unmistakable in terms of its flavor, its quality. And so as a beer culture in Jamaica, you know, in some places, you know, people say, let's go and have a few beers. You know, I mean, in Jamaica, in terms of our beer culture, what makes it such a pair with the Jamaican people that it has stood the test of time?
So, well, we've been around for 150 years, right, as a Heineken brand and a beer itself. And so what that really means is also we're now an expert in crafting beer, right? Because we've taken the time to really look at what could make this beer unique from other beers. And really for us, it's about a couple things. We have, of course, a very unique brewing process. So we have a horizontal brewing process, which makes the beer itself a lot crisper. So it ages a lot longer than other beers, right? We also have 100% natural ingredients in our beer. So there's no additives, there's no flavoring. It's really just the taste that comes out of the ingredients that we have. We also have a very unique A yeast that gives it a very crisp taste as well. So of course, what you're seeing is it's not just any old beer. It's a beer that has stood the test of time, but also to maintain that premium quality whenever you drink it.
So the relationship then with the Jamaican people is it is long-standing.
Yes.
Now they can win some.
Yes,
now they can win some from the relationship.
Yeah.
You're kind of giving back. How do people actually win this competition?
So we spoke about the Heineken Credentials campaign and really bringing premium experiences to Jamaicans, right? Whether you're drinking the beer or if you're being a part of this promotion. Our tagline for the Heineken campaign is really perfectly brewed for that first. So when you drink a Heineken, you're going to get that perfect brew, but then you're also going to get the refreshment, right? That refreshment.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's deeply intertwined in the Caribbean identity.
True.
And oftentimes Jamaica is left out of that picture.
I agree, yes.
Eastern Caribbean, I mean, everywhere you have the Mocha Jumbes, giant spirits, right? And that's actually where I fell in love with it, before knowing about the Maroon connection. And that my father, as a child, a Maroon boy, this is what he would have done for fun, as entertainment, you know? So I was in Trinidad in 2016, and that was my first interaction, my first encounter with the spectacle of Mocha Jumbes. Jamaica does stilt walking in a slightly different way, presentation-wise. In Trinidad, it was really inspiring for me. And so 3 years later, came back to Jamaica. I was fortunate to receive a grant from the British Council to run an arts program, and I had the option to choose whatever art form. And I decided I wanted to learn stilt walking, and I wanted other young Jamaicans to learn how to do this as well.
So tell me about it, because you said, I mean, we've done it for fun in previous generations. I mean, I've read where actually stilt walking in some cultures, it stems from actually, it's a survival strategy. It's, you know, it's a response to environment, because culture is a response to environment in so many ways. Like, where are some of the places in Jamaica where this is actually an art form that, you know, is very rich?
So I definitely know about Portland, St. Thomas, and since we've been practicing, we tend to occupy public spaces, of course, right? And people will come up to us all the time. Oh, I used to do this when I was young in St. Anne. Just earlier this week, we met someone who is from Spanish Town who said in the 70s, he used to do it as a boy. I just met a co-worker who explained to me that in St. Thomas growing up, she would see other kids doing this thing, stilt walking. Really? Yeah, so all over Jamaica, there's this history of stilt walking, but it's something that if we're not careful, it's going to be lost to time.
No more fear of missing out. CVM TV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVM TV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVM TV News to see it happen.
Sunrisers. So if you're just joining us, you're just in time for your lesson or mine, I don't know. So now Walking Tall JA takes over to bring some trick and balance to Sunrise. And we're going to have, well, standing on 5 feet stilts is Akeem Walker, and on 2 feet stilts is Jody Brown. Welcome, guys. Hi. Can you hear me up there? There. Okay, so Simone, you just gave Dennis the background and the history of, you know, the organization and what you guys are doing. But fun and joke aside, we're going to let people know that it's actually not difficult to do. Absolutely. And it's something that anyone can actually take on, just not Dennis. I couldn't miss the opportunity. All right, so tell me what have you done here? So right now you are on 1 foot high stilts, right? Okay. These are our trainer stilts, and we refer to the different ways that you get strapped in as technology. Okay. So this is a slightly different technology from what Akeem and Jody's using. We have Velcro, and your feet are secured to the step, and you have the cushioning to protect your knees.
It's all about being safe
Okay.
and feeling secure. So if you don't feel safe and strapped in, we don't put you up.
Okay.
Do you feel safe?
I actually do. It feels like an extension of my feet. It doesn't feel strange at all.
All right, great,
Yeah.
great.
So, first thing to do is just stand up.
Yes, and so we are your handlers. That's our role.
Okay.
We will make sure you remain safe. So we just want you to push up, rest, use our shoulders to give you that, you can brace on us and just stand up. That's all we want.
Hey! Thank you so much for watching Sunrise. Bye-bye now.
So you're up, and we just want you to march on the spot.
Okay.
You're just marching on the spot, not even walking yet.
All right.
Just marching on the spot. And for you, already, you have your balance.
Yes.
You feel balanced, right?
I do.
All right, so we're just gonna take a couple steps forward.
Oh my gosh.
And the trick is you have to keep your knees high. You're stepping high. When we walk normally, we may tend to drag our feet.
Yes, yes.
No, that is when you may fall. So we'll come back a little.
Okay.
Keep lifting your knee up, lift your knee up.
Yes.
Like you're marching. So it's a lot of leg work. You need leg strength for this. So warm up is very important. Right?
All right.
Okay, so when you feel like you can take one arm off. Yeah. Keep walking.
Hey, don't say when you do that, it's just when you're getting dropped, you know that.
You seem very relaxed.
As a
hip width apart.
Okay.
Keep marching. Tavia, I'm gonna ask you to just take her in a circle. So you just walk.
Just remember, you're a star. Stars are in the sky.
Oh,
yes.
That's where you are.
In other words, no shooting stars. We ain't falling down.
Not that.
Oh my goodness, this is so cool.
Lift.
Who would have ever thunk it?
Legs apart, lift.
Look at you, Yendi, walking tall.
Good job.
So Tavia, tell me now, right? Someone comes and you're training them and you're walking them through the steps. How do you determine when they can go to the next level?
Well, they determine that too.
Okay.
Of their own comfort level. And you see, it's about balance. It's about trusting those in the community. So I'm your handler right now.
Yeah.
You're trusting me to make sure you don't fall on your face.
Yep.
Although we said walking is the art of falling. So it's trust, it's comfort, it's your mind strength as well as your leg strength.
Yeah.
So as we both work together, you'll also know when it's that time to move to the next step.
You know what I've noticed with our demonstrators is that they stay moving.
Yes.
So the art to this thing is just to stay moving.
It's important.
You can't stand today.
No.
All right, welcome back to Sunrise. So if you're just joining us, you're just in time. First, wish you goodbye. The show is done.
Yes.
But we ain't done. We just getting started.
It's been a good one. Guess
really
what's
nice
not done?
show.
Your weekend is just getting